It's Time Warner Cable's local edition. My name is Brad Pomerance, and we are joined today by Paul Koretz. He is a member of the Los Angeles City Council. And, sir, it may be that the City Council is a bit prescient in that the nation is looking at increasing its minimum wage. Even red states in November passed a series of minimum wage increases. They passed virtually everywhere. The redder it was, the more it passed. What's happening with the minimum wage debate?
Well, I think they've certainly done surveys, and they found even the majority of Republicans realize that you can't live on the current minimum wage, especially in California and especially in Los Angeles where costs are high. So this is an effort to lift people out of poverty, and it's a significant number in Los Angeles. And so I think it'll also help the economy because these are folks that need to spend money. They're skipping things that they need to spend money on. It'll go right into the economy and have a positive effect.
Here's a challenge that Los Angeles has. I'm sure you've seen a map of Los Angeles. It's a mess, and it weaves in and out. And within Los Angeles, technically speaking, you know, there's Beverly Hills, there's West Hollywood, and then all these other cities around it, Santa Monica, San Gabriel Valley cities. If those cities don't increase their minimum wage, then I could envision a scenario whereby businesses will just move across town and go into those cities. So how do you make sure that the minimum wage is effective if those cities don't come on board?
Well, I can see that to a modest degree, and that's partly why I helped with some of the early outreach to the surrounding cities.
Right.
So we've had conversations with cities like the ones in the center of Los Angeles, and West Hollywood and Beverly Hills and other places, and we are hopeful that they will follow suit, recognize that they also have low-wage workers that can't make a living on what they're paying, and that we will move together. So it won't be a competition, it'll be a regional solution.
What about the sense that if the increase in minimum wage does pass, it could have a particularly negative effect on food workers, folks that work in restaurants? Because the reality is a lot of those folks make some of their money on tips, and if all of a sudden you force these restaurants to increase their wages, the restaurants will just have to lay off folks.
Well, there are issues that are being looked at the edges. One question is whether tipped employees, waiters and waitresses, need to be included. Because by and large, they already make over $15 an hour in reality, so we're trying to lift people out of poverty. That's a position that's generally not at the poverty level. So there's some discussion about dealing with that. There's some discussion about exempting the smallest of businesses with 5 or 10 employees, because they're the least able to digest this kind of an increase.
What about having a kind of graduated implementation? So the small businesses ultimately will need to come up to the wage standard, but give them time to get there.
Well, the minimum wage already will be graduated. So
as proposed as we speak?
Right. The proposal, I believe, that Mayor Garcetti put forward to get to $13 an hour and change, I believe gets there by 2017. And I believe the higher amount proposed, $15 and change, would get there by 2019.
And let's talk about that, because I know you're one of 6 on the City Council who's advocating for even the higher amount, the over $15 by 2019. I don't know that the mayor is willing to jump on board on that proposal as of yet. Where are we on this?
Well, I'm willing to support either one. It's not clear which one's going to get more traction. Either one will make a significant step forward. I'm also helping to lead the second piece, perhaps even more important, which is dealing with wage theft at the same time.
And you'll have to come back and we'll talk about wage theft. I know that's a very significant issue here in the Los Angeles area. His name is Paul Koretz. He is a member of the Los Angeles City Council. My name is Brad Pomerance, and you are watching Time Warner Cable's local edition.